Hey y'all, welcome back to Mamba for Life. My name is Trina, and today I just want to share a little bit of information with you. I know for me, summertime is always a time where the electricity bill goes up, as well as the winter. And so, these past few years since I've had my own apartment, I just like to be on the safe side and have that cushion just in case I need it. And so, I want to tell you guys about a program I apply for every year. Just in case you are not aware of this program, it's called the LEAP program. And so, I'm going to show you exactly what you have to do and explain the entire thing to you. All right, you guys, so I'm going to go ahead and educate you guys about LEAP, but I will tell you ahead of time that some of the information is covered up simply because I do not want my personal information in this video. I'm not really comfortable with that, so I hope you guys can understand. I'm going to still explain the process to you guys as best as I can. So in case you've never heard of LEAP, what it is Low Income Home Energy Assistance Program. So if you don't want to apply for it right now, you can definitely wait until winter time. Like I said, those have always been my trouble times when the bills go up. And so you can only apply for it, I want to say like maybe once a year, or sometimes it works out odd as like you'll be able to apply twice a year, but it's like once at the beginning of the year, like very beginning, like January, and then maybe again in October. So on two completely opposite ends of the year. So if you feel like summers are not a problem for you and the winters are much more of a problem for you, then definitely go ahead and you can wait. The only thing is with waiting, funding is not sometimes always guaranteed. So I myself like to go ahead and get in there as soon as funding is given, or when I find myself in a position where I actually can really use it. So yeah, that's just go off of what works for you. I would definitely reach out to whatever foundation offers a LEAP in your community. So for me, LEAP is offered through Community Actions. I believe you should be able to find out who offers it in your city through 211. But from my experience, they offer two different options. So let's say you're late on your electricity bill. I even think it may be your water, but I know for sure electricity. If you come in there and you have a late notice, like a disconnect notice saying they're going to turn it off, they're going to help you. The downside of that is, let's say your bill is only $150. Well, they're going to help you with that $150, and that's it. You can't apply anymore for that time frame. I prefer to do it this way because then I get the most of like what I can get. I get what I can qualify for, which has always worked out to be higher this way versus allowing myself to get late on the bill and then having to come in and then take the lower end of like whatever my bill is. Even if the bill is $300, that would still be less than what I would get if I do it the way I do it. So the way that I do it is I don't go in when my electricity is about to get turned off or anything like that. I just apply for the actual program, the LEAP program. Now I don't get assistance with my bill. One specific bill, I just allow them to put what would you call it? It's just like a lump sum, like a credit to my bill. And it always equals out much higher this way versus getting help with one bill. So enough rambling. What you need as far as mine, I believe they're all the same, but I'm going to show you guys my list that I'm given. So you have to bring in your income. So if you're paid weekly or bi-weekly, you just bring in those checks. It's supposed to go back, I want to say maybe a month. But if you're only paid once a month, then you do have to bring in 2 months worth of check stubs, paychecks. And for me myself, I do Grubhub and DoorDash, so obviously it qualifies for self-employment, so that's why she did that for me. You do also have to bring in all social security cards. It does not matter, they need those cards. They will not even process your my experience, they won't even take your application if you don't have them. So even if they do take it without it, they do say right here, failure to provide your social security cards will cause your application to be denied. So sis, don't even do that to yourself, or whoever is doing the application, don't do that to yourself. Go ahead and get those social security cards. And then you obviously need to bring in your ID. It does have to be a valid ID, so it can't be expired or too damaged. And then you need to go to your electricity company and get out a usage form. You have to get that from the actual company. I don't believe you're able to get that online. Like, you have to go up there and get it. And so those are all the things that I needed for my form. But if you qualify for any of these other things, like if you're on Section 8, you need to bring that in. If you were in the military, I do believe that's what that DD 214 form is. So yeah, those are all the things you would need. And then after you submit your application, so this is that right here. So you'll see here, y'all, like, no joke, on the 15th, which was last week, y'all, check my electricity, because I've been, like, I had completely ran out of what was put on my account from like last year. And so I've been paying on my electricity, and it has been going up like crazy. It went from $1 to $2 a day to it's jumped up to $5. Some days it's even been $8 a day. Don't ask me why I check how much electricity I use there. I like to keep track of what I'm doing. And so I was like, that's getting kind of crazy. So I've been planning on going and applying so I could go ahead and get that on my account, but I just never got around to it. I just keep paying it, no big deal. And then, y'all, one day I check, tell me why it says I used 15 freaking dollars in one day. I'm like, I haven't even done anything extra. So needless to say, it was an error. However, that error definitely ran me down to go apply for my LEAP, because, like, no, y'all not finna be stressing me out. Like, I'm literally trying to think about what I did the entire day before. Like, did I only watch like 3 loads of clothes? But like 3 loads of clothes usually gets me about $4 added to my regular bill. So I'm like, no, that's not right. But I did call in. They did say it was a problem, so disregard it. They did fix it, but still, I went in and applied. So you'll see right here, June 15th, I applied. And this is the letter that they give you. And then they allow you to keep a copy of the application. So you do have to say if you get, like, what paychecks you get, how much your paychecks are. If you get Families First or stuff like that. I get food stamps, so I had to write food stamps down on there. And then they let you know that it could take up to 30 days. So it says 30 days. And I will say a few years ago it would take close to that. But here, these past few years, it takes maybe 2 weeks. And this time that I've done it, y'all, it came in like less than a week, I want to say. I really feel like that. But like I said, June 15th right there, stamped. And you'll see right here, okay, I got approved. I got approved on the 17th, so 2 days later. And they put the money in my account yesterday. So what's today, like the 22nd, I believe? So it had to be like the 21st. The 21st, they put it in my account. So from the time I did the application to when they actually put the money in my account was less than a week. So that's really good. But again, like I said, you can't see. I'm not going to put my personal information on here, so I do apologize. But you'll see here that they gave me an approval. And then I believe you could get up to $600, but I always get $500 just because I do work. And so I do get that. And yeah, they put it straight to my account. I don't have to do anything else. So as you can see, this is a very simple process. You go in, pick up the application. Usually they highlight everything you need to bring in that's specifically for you. And then you bring that stuff back. They'll give you a receipt stating that they did receive your application. And then you'll keep a copy. And then you'll get either a denial or approval letter sometimes within the next month. I will say that usually if you are on food stamps or if you are low income, let's say you make enough money to pay your bills but you don't have anything left over at the end of the month, and you do meet that criteria of like 3 people supposed to make this much money, or 4 people in the household has to be below this, they normally give you something. It may not be as much as what I get. However, any amount of money to help out on bills, like I want to say 1 year I only got $250, y'all, and I was super thankful for that $250 because it did come in handy eventually. So you get your letter back in, let you know how much you get, and then after that you do nothing else, and they send it straight to the account for you. But if you guys have any questions at all, please feel free to leave them down below in the comment section. Share this information with anybody who you feel could actually use it. People who are low income, single parent households, or even households that do have 2 parents, but only one income or two incomes and they just don't make enough. I will see you all in the next video. Y'all have a blessed day. Bye.